Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got really high hopes for what's in this. Ooh, I've spilled my drink. I've got really high hopes. Spilled my monster all over my my card. It's a good thing this is titanium. Yuck. Anyways, really high hopes for what's in this CJRB box because it came a little note here. I'm going to read it. Hello! We are excited to introduce, I had some of the monster before I started, the CJRB Hectare Alt, an upgraded version of our Hectare series, which is launching on September 13th. I don't know when you guys are seeing this. I'll do my best to get it close to the date. But the reason I'm excited is because the Hectare, is that how you pronounce it? That's how I've been saying it. Was actually a really, really good idea that was, in my opinion and many other people's opinions, improperly executed. So, hopefully, considering the rest of this note, which I didn't read, it says that their changes is based on feedback from fans and combines innovation with practical design. Those are words that everybody loves to use. What we've done is combine innovation, okay, with practical design. Okay, well, you know what? All jokes aside, I am actually really excited to see what they've done here because this knife is going to come in at $50, and I actually still enjoyed the Hectare, even with its faults, because the price was so low, right? So, anyways, thank you so much to CJRB for sending this in. I will, of course, link it down in the description. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's actually cut that open first. Oh no. Where is the obsidian toenail? It is literally gone. Where did it go? I have no idea. Well, guys, this is going to be one of those rare times. And I know people are going to say that it's never happened before, but the truth is it has. It's very, very rare. Sometimes in the middle of a video, almost. I was going to say we're going to have to break tradition and use a knife to cut open a box. We can't have that. That has actually happened before. A few keen observers have called me out on it. I think, maybe twice in channel history? Tried to just gloss over it. You guys always catch me. Okay, so here we go. The Hectare Alt, black AR RPM 9, which, by the way, is a PVD coating, it says in their note. Carbon fiber handle, interesting. Okay, what do we have here? Good move right off the bat. You got rid of the hole. Well, truthfully, getting rid of the hole isn't necessarily like the number one thing that needed to happen, just a repositioning of it or a reshaping of the handle. But we have the Hectare, which is really similar to another design. I can't quite put my finger on which design it looks like, but it does look awfully familiar. Anyways, the thumb studs look nice, and we have a little Wharncliffe blade. Oh, okay, yeah, that'll work. Okay, so this is essentially, I know that this is just like the material. Oh, is this a laminate? Yeah, you see that line there? So we have a piece of carbon fiber on top. Almost certainly. Yeah, so we have G10 underneath carbon fiber. That's fine. I really wish you guys would just do carbon fiber. Like, it can't be that expensive, you know? And when it's flat and shiny like this, it's not my favorite thing in the whole world. But I don't want to dwell on this because I almost called CJRB AR RPM 9. CJRB/Artisan will certainly release this in a multitude of different handle materials, blade materials, all of that. I have no issue with the AR RPM 9, which we now know to be a spray form of 9CR18 MOV, which is perfectly acceptable at the $50 price point. I do like the blade shape. Obviously, they've done this blade shape in... here's a whole, let's get out a bunch of other budget knives that I'm going to compare it to here. Yeah. So, it's essentially the same blade shape that's on their Pyrite, right? Somebody the other day was like, you say right too much as a, like a transitional thing, right? It's a personal quirk. So, along with many, infinite annoying things that I do and have done over the course of 7 years on this channel and 4,300 uploads, I'll say the same to anybody else wondering as I did to this person, I'm not going to change anything, but thank you for your concerns. The blade shape is very, very similar to that, which is fine because the blade shape is honestly really, really good. The laminate thing doesn't really hurt anything. It's just like choose one material. Choose carbon fiber or G10, right? I'm sure they do have G10 versions, but it would be nice to see a solid carbon fiber version. It would also be nice to see it contoured because the contouring and I would think maybe just a lesser polishing of carbon fiber makes it look a lot less cheap. Tell me if you agree with me. Flat carbon fiber that has this polishing to it, it makes it look inexpensive, like inexpensive in a bad way, right? That's just my opinion. But I don't love it. I wish that it would be, more of a matte, and when it's contoured, you kind of stretch out these little weaves, and so they're not all perfectly uniform, and I think it looks a lot better. Obviously, there's a lot of different types of carbon fiber, but this is the aesthetic. It's authentic, right? It's a real piece of carbon fiber that's sitting on top of a bigger piece of G10. It just doesn't, it doesn't equate to the best looking thing. Are they suggesting that this exact knife will be $50? The Hectare will be will be available on our website and Amazon. Jeez, I can't read today. The Hectare Alt will be available on our website and Amazon at $49.99. I don't think that's a bad price for this knife at all. I think that's fine. I can't wait to see. And people are just going to like this a lot better just because. Well, number one, anytime you make a bug out similar knife, it's going to do fairly well, right? And some people get up in arms about other companies copying the bug out. And I'd like to remind those people that the bug out itself was never an original aesthetic. You think that they came up with the rectangle handle and the elongated triangle blade or drop point blade? They did not. It's just a nearly universally accepted aesthetic. And the compact nature of it and the size of it are just really appealing to a lot of people, right? Given the general shape of the human hand and what people prefer to carry and use as a simple cutting tool. So naturally, you're going to have a lot of companies doing the same thing because they always have. People making knives for hundreds of years before Benchmade released the bug out were doing essentially the same thing. So, you're going to see that. This is going to work, right? Nice compact design. A little bit thicker, I think, than the standard bug out, but not what I would consider to be thick by any of the stretch of the imagination. Ambidextrous placement for the pocket clip, which is good because the locking system itself is ambidextrous. The thumb studs are in exactly the right place. Yeah, you've got kind of like medium tension omega springs, so this will be fine. Yeah, for $50, I think that's great. I think this is going to do really, really well for the same reason that the Pyrite did. But that works. I wish that they could make a version of this with the thumb hole in the right place, but the thumb studs will work fine. This will absolutely work. Let's actually, now that I've got a bunch of these out here, I'll just get out a whole bunch of, I'll get a whole bunch of budget knives that you guys are familiar with, and we'll do some comparisons. So up against like the Kershaw Iridium, great knife. How about up against the Migron, what is this one called? The Migron Moyarl? Yeah, that's right. It's one of my favorites. I can't believe I forgot it. There's the Sencut Crowley. That's a good one. Big boy, the Migron Valona. We have the Vosteed Raccoon. We have the Civivi Incindy. What's another good Civivi? We have the Civivi Chevalier. We have how about the Pyrite Light, also from CJRB. Oh, also the same blade shape, just kind of elongated there. Do we have another? How about, of course, the Civivi Elementum? There you go. And then this guy, this is the Laconico. This is the larger budget one that I really like. I always forget the name of that one. Well, anyways, you guys will recognize it. It's hard. As a knife reviewer, it's hard to remember every name of every knife, right? Let's do some other familiar faces. The AD 20.5, the Civivi Vision FG, the Spyderco Para 3, the Ontario Rat Model 2, and we'll put it up against the Hogue Deca and the Benchmade Bug Out. So it is a little shorter than the Bug Out, but it has a forward choil, which is definitely going to work in its favor with a lot of people. I don't really care about losing a little bit of blade of cutting edge to gain a forward choil for when I feel like I need it, right? The overall length of this guy is coming in at, it looks like the same as the 7.35 cutting edge. I'm sorry, blade length 3.25, cutting edge about 2.75. Okay, yeah, I would say, you know, I don't love their carbon fiber. I don't really care about that because they're going to release a bunch of different versions of it. But this is definitely an upgraded, like, for the better Hectare. So that's really cool. I do enjoy this. I think that's good. I think for $50 it's probably a pretty good price, but this is not a review. I'll have to carry it and use it for a little bit, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. I also want to see all the other variations of it. I think it would be cool if they offered more than one blade shape as well. That's going to be it for today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.